No way. Guys, we found a stash in the kids section right now. Tennessee. I don't know. Yeah. That's super cool.
Definitely better.
How much is that? Oh, look at that.
How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be doing a bunch of thrifting. I'm going to Savers, starting it off strong. Savers is a great store. You always got a lot of items to go through. Recently they've been taxing pretty hard. They always have a lot of steep prices on anything that resellers are looking for. So maybe not the best store to go to if you're looking to make a quick flip. But it makes for pretty good content. They always have something. You just gotta look. And yeah, let's start it off right here. First things first, I like to get this out of the way because it's not usually too fruitful of a venture, but I like to look in the hats. I don't like to look for caps with the bills because a lot of times they're like crushed. I like to look at beanies. Sometimes you find a little rare beanie that people might want. I like to personally wear beanies, so I'm usually looking for myself. But then I head next to the shoes, and on the way sometimes I'll just peep whatever is in the women's section. Sometimes you find nice items in there, but I mostly go to the shoes because they usually have the highest profit margins. Sometimes they could be pretty hard to flip though because a lot of times they're in pretty rough condition. Here's a nice look at the back rooms of the thrift stores where they'd be overpricing everything. You'll see that later on in this video. But people back there, touch grass please. Then I usually head straight to the jeans because you never know when you're going to find a pair of Jinkos or another pair of rare jeans from that era. Those always bring a lot of money, so they're a lot easier to move than t-shirts or sweatshirts. A lot of people wear jeans, shorts, or whatever they're feeling all times of the year because a lot of different areas have different climates. One place where it's warm, maybe cool, maybe snowing in some other areas where it's 80 degrees. I live in California, it's pretty temperate. Honestly.
Oh.
Alright, Sparky.
Score. Sparky can be replaced right now. You remember the little dog that you could plug into your iPod and then it would like dance to the music with its ears going
It's
up like
called
this?
iDog, by the way, anyone wondering.
It, but I think that's a different dog. Psyduck is me. Whenever I think of candy, Psyduck is me.
20 accounts. Hold it.
I like to check the toys, plushes, whatever. A lot of times the vintage ones, they don't really bring a whole lot, but I have a little collection that I like to sell in person, and it just brings people in the door, so it's just something that you might want to do if you have a shop. Not really sure if you could tell, but we started live streaming when we entered the thrift store. We were paid to promote this candy. If you actually want to check it out, I'm not being paid in this video to promote it, but it's on our TikTok if you want to buy one. It's on TikTok Shop. It's pretty good. I think you can just get the same candy at any other Dollar Tree, but if you really want to try this brand with the packaging that kind of looks sus, like some kind of pack from a different store, I'll put a link in the bio just for fun, just so you can try it. I always like to go and make sure that there's nothing hiding in the kids section because sometimes workers or other shoppers will bring their haul over there and bury it so no one else can find it because not a lot of adults are looking in the kids section, especially not resellers. If you guys didn't watch my last video, you have to go check it out. It flopped because I didn't realize Ronaldo played for Juventus. I knew he played for Real Madrid and whatever other team he's on now in Saudi Arabia. I thought that soccer jersey was worth something. It was just fake like this one. This Chelsea jersey is also fake. It's just like a little kid's jersey from Junior Soccer League. And then this Garfield shirt's kind of banging, but it's just an H&M reprint.
Garfield shirt.
In a few seconds, you're definitely going to see why you should probably check the kids section every time you go thrifting, because you never know what's going to be hiding there. Also, sorry about the lawnmower noise in the background. My neighbor decided to mow his lawn right when I started recording this voiceover. So, sorry about that. But yeah, look at this shirt. Pretty crazy.
No way. It's vintage. Oh my god.
I can't believe they got this shit for $39.99, bro. Like, they're tweaking. It's not even worth that much on eBay. Google Lens doesn't even show it for that much, so I don't know who's pricing this shit.
Do a video of that. Thoughtful, wow,
They
thoughtful.
need to be fired though.
Guys, we found a stash in the kids section right now. What the hell? Look at all this
For
here.
the next couple items, I'm not going to be showing you one-to-one comparisons of sold items because nothing exactly the same is sold or even is listed on eBay for reference.
Huh.
So I just try to put the closest thing, and I think that it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
This shirt on the screen right now is not worth $43. It's definitely worth
Saber. That's never
maybe $20 or $29.99 depending on what you see on eBay, but it's not worth $42. No one's buying that. No one has this in their watch list. I'm gonna go right ahead and debunk all the conspiracy theories that are gonna be circling after I post this, but I did not plant any of these items. This crew neck has been sitting here. I'm not gonna lie, this one's pretty hard. I'm from the Bay Area and kind of like the 49ers, but I just think it's pretty tough. So I'm definitely gonna cop that one, even though I'm gonna hesitate and think about not getting it. But I definitely did get it in the end. I'm not a vintage collector by any means. I've been in the Y2K space for a couple years now, and I'm just starting to transition into this, but this is a Russell piece, is pretty cool. I don't really understand why people are buying all the Russell blanks. I don't really understand that. All the
Actually, this one's probably
gold tags, whatever they're called.
I don't know.
And then these Nike shirts, people go crazy for them, but I don't see the value in them. They bring like 20 bucks on eBay, especially like a school that I have no emotions for. I don't have any affiliation with Tennessee, the state, so I'm just gonna leave this one for someone else. I kind of had a inkling that there was gonna be more vintage pieces over here, so I finished the rest of the kids section, and I ended up finding this Caesar's Palace shirt from the 80s. Pretty nice. Fruit of the Loom tag, single stitch, got everything that you need, necessities, neon, bright colors, so probably gonna pick that one up, see what happens with it, you know. There wasn't really any comparisons online, like I said before, so we'll see if anyone wants it and what I can get for it. I saw a shirt that says Breeders' Cup. I thought that was pretty humorous. I know it's the horse breeding thing for the derbies and whatnot, but I think that people with the same sense of humor as me might actually pick this one up. These vintage 90s surf tees from Billabong, O'Neill, whichever one you find, they're going pretty crazy right now. They're selling for quite a bit of money compared to what I would ever expect it. Has a pretty sweet collar on it, like a little knit jacquard, and it has a super old tag I've never seen before. I'm definitely picking this one up. I'm trying to see if there's anything else hiding in this little t-shirt section. Thought this Tar Heels one was vintage, but it wasn't. I don't really care still. Like, I already passed on the Tennessee one. This is a pretty sweet UPS shirt, but I got downs, not ups. Now we're making our way over to a Goodwill nearby. These Goodwills aren't really like great for clothing. They're a lot better for kitchenware and some home goods.
Okay.
Goodwills are more regionally distributed, so stores with the same similar name and chain of command will have similar items to one another. Yeah, the clothes, a lot of these locations of this chain of Goodwills, since they're all regional, this one gets a lot of Target overstock, out of season, and generally unwanted goods. And honestly, they're pretty trash. Like, they're not even mid, like they're trash. Even though I mostly resell clothes, whenever I'm at these ones, I always skip the clothes because it's just such a waste of time. I'd rather go see what else they have. I just dart straight back to the kitchen appliances. Honestly, I personally like to cook a lot, so it never hurts to find something I'll actually use in my life. I'm not actually always out trying to... I found a nice rice cooker here last time I came, so I thought I might find something else pretty good. Not today, but you'll see later that I did find something that I'm definitely going to use in my kitchen. Not gonna resell on eBay. But yeah, stay tuned for the find in this store. I don't know why, but I always look at the Jordans whenever I find a pair. I don't buy them, especially if they're worn in this condition, because they just don't bring a whole lot of money. People like to keep their shoes not creased. They don't want to wear someone else's creased mess. I know there's people out there that like to restore them. I used to be that guy. But even when they are restored and you iron out all the creases and you make them all nice and white again, no one wants them for more than like $40. Now I'm gonna head over to the men's clothes. I know I was just talking shit about how they're all from Target, but I'm gonna check out some tees. I really hate when they put the racks up so high because it makes my shoulders hurt after going through at least like 10 shirts. Okay, bruh. Tell me that you've seen this shirt in every Goodwill you've ever been to. Like, what is the deal with that? Why is it so prevalent? I think I've seen that shirt ever since I started thrifting. Like, what is it? Someone needs to explain it to me. Like I said, I really hate when these racks are up high. My shoulders are aching. I don't know how I'm supposed to go through these shirts. Like, if I pull it from the bottom, they always fall off the hanger. I can't recall a single piece from this specific Goodwill or even this chain of Goodwills that I've resold for quite a bit of money, so I'm just gonna go back to the kitchen aisle, shop for myself, and I'm gonna see what I find. I'm going back to the aisles I skipped because there was quite a few people in the aisles earlier, and I like a little bit more space when I'm shopping. I don't like having to squeeze by people and not have a lot of room to back up and take a good look of what's actually available. I like the ramekins. I have a couple at home. I thought this color was nice, a little sage mint color, whatever you want to call it. They're a little bit bigger than the ones I have at home, and I've been making little short form videos of cooking recently, so I thought this might be a little nice dish for creme brulee or flan or something. But I ended up putting them back and didn't really need them. I don't even use the ones I have at home in reality, so I'll just see if I need them again. I can find some more in the future, maybe even more that actually match. 2 isn't that many, especially if I'm making something, the bigger recipe. This one's a pretty good store for me usually. This chain always has so many pots and pans. I don't know about what it is about the other stores, but they just don't get as many donated to them. I don't know if it's the area or if it's the stores, if they like sell them on goodwillshop.com, Shop Goodwill, whatever it's called. But this one gets a lot of pans. The second I turned around, I saw this hex-clad looking pan. I couldn't tell if it was real or not, because there's a lot of replicas out there that look like hex-clad. But in fact, this one actually was hex-clad. I'm not like a huge hex-clad glazer fan, whatever you want to call it, but I do appreciate a nice heavy cladded pan. I'm not a huge fan of the design of them because a lot of foods do tend to stick onto it, and you can't overheat them like a normal stainless steel pan. It's kind of like the least of both worlds, but whatever. Like, it's still a nice pan, and I'm gonna pick it up for myself. Only 13 bucks. Can't complain. It's coming home with me. Coming home with Daddy, with Papa. Brand new. This pan is like $140 on sale, so I think the $13 price tag is pretty reasonable, and I'm gonna have to cop. I'm gonna have to see how it works for my style of cooking, but I have other hex-clad pans. I wouldn't say it's my favorite brand, but it's definitely like a good quality pan. It's not gonna do you wrong. I'm also gonna see what else they have. Normally people don't just donate one good pan, there's usually a whole collection. This time there wasn't a whole stack of pans that I needed. There wasn't even that many good brands, so I just got this one. And we're gonna see what else is in the kitchenware. I don't know. I just enjoy cooking, and if I fuck this pan up, it's only $13. Not the end of the world. I also never pass up a good mug. I think that little vintage mugs are cool collectibles. I know this one's not vintage, but we're kind of Voodoo Donuts fans, not like stans. Like I said, I don't love donuts, but when we go to Portland, we definitely get a Voodoo Donut. Oh.
That's so cool.
Definitely better.
How much is that? Oh, look at that. It's so cute. Look what I found.
Reaction.
This is not that cool, but
What's that?
Voodoo Donuts. Do you want a mug?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if you could drink coffee out of it though. I like these ramekins
Why?
because they're actually not tiny and they can.
But they're made in.
That's a wok. That's like the one thing I use the most of, you know?
Yeah.
Should I get it?
If you want. Do you want this for real?
No. It's okay.
Okay.
Yes, Taz, though. That's so cool. Where was that?
Right there in the front.
I didn't walk that way. Probably did. Bro, how do you keep finding everything? Oh, is it plastic?
No.
Oh, it's ceramic, huh? Wait, what the hell?
Just the whole collection. It would be so funny. I kind of like that.
Alright, this thrift store is neither Goodwill or Savers. It's usually pretty trash though, so I'll go show you really quick. I'm not sure what it is about this location, but they typically don't really have a lot of clothes available, even though they do get a lot of donations. They're one of the companies that stops by your house and picks up stuff, actually. But for some reason, there's just not a whole lot of stuff on the racks. It's always like a bunch of blanks or company shirts that no one wants. They're like super affordable, so if you do need something just to get you over, get something for work, maybe you can go shopping here. A lot of those free fun run shirts. I found this Cowboys and Aliens shirt. It's not really worth anything. I liked the movie when it came out in 2010. I thought it was cool, but I haven't thought about it since then. I don't think anyone else has, since the shirt's only worth like $10. This Oakley trend has been going on for a little while, so I don't know what's going on with it, but they're swim trunks, board shorts, small size. I can't really get rid of these that well, not that quick.
Thank you.
Now you can see me looking it up on eBay. I realize it's not worth anything. Though I also found this Pirates of the Caribbean shirt. We've gotten rid of Pirates of the Caribbean in the past, but just recently it hasn't been like selling through too quick. So we're really not trying to buy anything that we're not going to sell within a couple of days of listing. We're not trying to waste our time, waste our money. That's just going to get caught up. It's a recession right now. Don't really need funds locked in areas where we can't access them. I see this old waffle maker behind this little stack of items right here. Sometimes these vintage electronics can bring quite a bit of money. This one, however, didn't bring anything. I don't know what it was about it, if it's the era it's from, or if it's just the brand. It was a really heavy piece with a really old vintage cord from the 60s, maybe even the 50s, very mid-century. They were asking $16 on it, but it only sells for $19 on eBay, so it's really not a cop at all, unless you're trying to make $3. But that $3 profit's going to easily get wiped away by all the fees that they charge on eBay. It's like upwards to 20% now. Yeah, here I am looking it up on Google, or actually on eBay Lens, and I see that it's not worth it much, so I'm just going to skip on that. We've had UberEats on this whole time, and we actually got our first order finally, so we're actually going to leave and go pick it up. Not really missing out much on this thrift store. Got the order from Starbucks, and now we're going to head to our customer, drop off his drink. My DoorDash account got deactivated a couple months ago, and I've just been doing UberEats a lot recently. I don't know why my account was deactivated. I had 5 stars, never missed a beat with my orders, but I guess I was just a little bit late, since sometimes I run UberEats and DoorDash at the same time. But now I'm just on UberEats. I made it to the customer's house, and I'm going to hand him his order and tell them to have a good day, so I get that good tip, because sometimes they can remove it. Tip baiting is a real thing out here. On our way to the next thrift store, we actually got another order, so I went in to go pick that one up. It was worth a lot more. It's kind of out of the way, but I can always make something else on the way. When I'm thrifting at the same time, I'll just go to a different store. This area is dense with thrift stores, it's dense with UberEats, so nothing's really that far out of the way. As long as it's less than 10 miles, I'll probably accept it, as long as it's over $1 a mile. I'm just trying to get out of the house and make a couple extra bucks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
This one was 6 miles for $13. I'll take it. I love the leave it door. Quick and easy. I'm out of here. Skedaddle. I hate having to meet people, honestly. Like, it's kind of awkward, especially if they're not responding to their messages and not answering the door. I'm not a huge knocker, so these leave it doors are great.
Really?
That is
Okay. Do you want me to take him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still at the same region of Goodwills, so I immediately went back to the electronics and homewares. I don't know what it is about these clocks. I looked at them, but the second one actually brought quite a bit of money. Just they're asking $20 for it, and I don't know. It's not my style, not my taste, and I don't think arms were bent, so I didn't really see any value in it for me. This specific location always has a crap ton of like boxed home goods. I don't know what it is. Like, a lot of people always like to donate things in the boxes here. People save boxes, but then they'll put the used item back in it, so it's not actually brand new, so you kind of have to open it there and make sure. I saw these boxes that had a tripod in it, and I use a tripod, but I already have one and I don't need another one. And then I like to dig around in the back because you never know if someone's like hiding something back there or if something's new. And I don't know how they FIFO the stores, if they put the new things in the back or if they just put them in the front and let things sit however they want. People will make a mess. Maybe they'll hide something for them to come back and get it when it's on sale again. I like to give a good look. I saw these boxes were open, and I saw that they're collectible plates, and I know collectible plates don't usually fetch a lot of money, but my stepmom and my dad actually really love I Love Lucy, and I thought that this could be a great Mother's Day present. But I ended up looking on eBay, and I just saw that they didn't really fetch a whole lot of money. I could actually get it cheaper on eBay. They're asking $10 a plate here. I'm guessing that collectible plates are probably like sold on TV late at night to all those old people watching reruns of I Love Lucy and Three Stooges and movies like The Wizard of Oz. I don't know what channel that was, like the CW? Probably. That seems like it would be a cable staple. I'd always remember them bringing up stupid references to these shows, like Vitamita Vegemite, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, shit like that. I always thought it was kind of corny, but I do kind of appreciate it nowadays, like looking back on it in retrospect. They're just trying to show me something from their childhood. Along with the I Love Lucy plates, I found the Wizard of Oz plates. They came out in the same year, so they definitely ran some kind of advertisement on TV. Maybe a catalog. That's how people used to buy shit back in the day. Here's another I Love Lucy plate. Gonna run it by my girlfriend to see if we need them as gifts for anyone, but she said no. Then she found these windbreakers, or warm-ups. One was an Angels, one was Blue Jays. The Angels one was like kind of like a kid's one. The Blue Jays one was a men's size, and it was actually pretty nice.
I think I want to get one. I know. I'll explain.
I just haven't had a whole lot of luck selling like modern sportswear. I know some people rave over this kind of stuff, but I don't know. If I'm not gonna wear it, a lot of times I don't buy it. I just like to have a more curated shop, so we ended up leaving with nothing. On our way back home, we got another UberEats order, so we went to Kava to go pick it up.
What was the name?
I'm not gonna make any comments about the person that handed me the bag, but I'll just say they're a little flamboyant. Thank you. If you're watching this, thank you for your service. But yeah, we ended up delivering it. Got cut off by some cars on the way. It was dark, so I couldn't record anything. It was $6 something cents. I forgot exactly how many miles it was, but it was on our way home. So we just ended up taking it. We turned it off after that. If you guys are still watching this video to the very end, really appreciate it. I would love for you guys to give me a thumbs up on this video, especially if you liked it. Give me a subscription if you want to see more in the future. Check out my eBay, my Depop. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you like to support us. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.